So tell me, I've been curious also just kind of your story, like what got you into this, to this writing, this idea of trying to improve yourself, the productivity and all these things that you write about and becoming an entrepreneur. Was this something that like you just, felt like you needed to do from the start when you started your career, or was this something that you kind of slowly moved into?
So I think some of it is like makeup, in the genetic makeup or personality or whatever you want to call it. I do feel kind of like, yeah, I like optimizing things. I like improving things. I was very interested, excuse me, in starting my own business and things like that. I write about this more in the introduction to the book, my personal story, but I suffered a very serious injury. I was hit in the face with a baseball bat and had to be air carried to the hospital. I was put into a coma overnight and couldn't breathe on my own. And like the fallout from that, the broken bones in my face and the recovery from the seizures and all this stuff took 8 or 9 months. It was just a very long road.
Oh, wow.
And as a result of that, I didn't really have a choice. And what I mean is that I had to start small. I could only make 1% improvements or small little habits each day. Having some radical transformation just wasn't a possibility for me at that time in my life. And so because my hand was forced to just focus on making a small improvement at physical therapy or figuring out some small way to regain control of my life, like keeping so this happened around the time that I went to college later in my high school career. So keeping my room clean, or making sure that I would study for a little bit each night, or trying to be prepared for class, or for, after about a year or so, I started playing baseball again, trying to be prepared for the baseball field and like going to practice and all these type of things. And so every change that I made was tiny, but it gave me this increased sense of control. And then eventually I could see each year how it was starting to compound a little bit. This isn't always true, but one of the things I was fortunate with in my college career was that every year I got better. And so I started kind of at this low level after this injury, but I was really able to actually see and feel what habits can compound into in my own life. And, sports is great because you can actually track the numbers. So I could actually like see the numbers improve each year as well, whether it was in the gym or on the field or so on. And so after that experience, I ended up being an academic All-American my senior year and having this really great season. And after that, I had a lot of proof for it in my own life. And I was very interested in that idea. And when you combine that with my personality and like just interest in optimizing things and tweaking things, I think I was kind of primed to be interested in habits. And I didn't really have the language for it at the time. Like if you would have asked me what I was doing at the time, I never would have said, oh, I'm just trying to build better habits, or I'm trying to get 1% better every day or whatever. But looking back on it, that's exactly what was happening. And so it was only a couple of years later, after I got a graduate degree and I'd studied science and some other things and started getting interested in the research, that I started putting the two together, my personal experience and the scientific research, and then just writing about it. And for whatever reason, what I wrote on jamesclear.com and writing each week about that took off faster than anything else I did. And so I was like, oh, well, I guess people like this, so I'll keep writing about